In this video, we will be learning about a bill of materials. So, what is bill of material? A bill of material is a structured list of all the raw materials, components, sub-assemblies and quantities required to manufacture a finished product. It helps the system and users know what materials and how much of each are needed to produce an item. BOM can be single level or multi-level. So when it's of single level, it's showing only your direct components. When it's of your multi-level, it shows your sub-assemblies and their parts. So it generally includes your finished product, component items. So finished products is of your parent item and component items of your child items and quantity of each component. Then comes your unit of measurements, then your scrap and percentage, if any. Then your effective date and revision level. So it's been used in your production planning, material requirement planning, that's MRP and costing. It helps generate your work orders and inventory requirements automatically. So before getting into the procedure, let me explain the concept in detail. This slide consists of a FG bicycle where it has your seat assembly, frame assembly, handlebar assembly, brake assembly, accessories which are of your bell, stand and reflector. Then comes your front wheel assembly, then your drivetrain assembly and rear wheel assembly. So from here I am picking out front wheel assembly, for which you are going to give an entry at BOM. So likewise only remaining assemblies will also be placed up respectively. And so this slide consists of your wheel assemblies, raw materials which are of your rims, spokes, hub at front and tube and tire. So those are the items which you are going to include up in your assemblies of wheel. And this slide consists of your item ID, item description and so UAN and quantity. So those are the materials which you are going to enter it on our BOM. So here a rim consists of your 1 and so spokes consist of 36, tube consists of 1, hub at front at 1 and so tire which are of 1. And so these are all the quantities which you are going to enter it up. And this slide consists of your production workflow approval process. It consists of two processes. One is reviewing the document, another is approving the document. So here our reviewer is Raj, who will be acting as our supervisor, and our approver is our Srini, who will be acting as our manager. So after reviewing the document by our supervisor, the corresponding document will be getting forwarded to our manager, who will be approving it. So after approving the document, BOM gets created up. And now let me show you how we are going to give an entry in our BOM. For that, move on to our login page. And so this is our login page, and here I am going to enter as our production user. Click on login. At PP and shop floor, you have transaction. Click on the transaction, navigate to your bill of materials. And so this is the page where you can create a document and where you can filter it up either by giving header wise or through line wise and give a search of it. Now in order to create, click on this add icon. A box have been appeared. Here enter your unit, then your BOM name, that's bill of material name. I'm giving it as assembly 1. Then you have an effective from date. Then you have item. So before giving your item, ensure whether you have enabled an option that is BOM required in your item master. After selecting an item, click on the stick icon, width of creation. After giving your tick option, the document will be getting viewed up like this. So here in addition, you have your BOM number which will get generated automatically. Then you have your effective to date. Then BOM type, which are of two types. One is primary, another is secondary. Primary will be getting displayed after the status have been active. So here primary is the default or preferred version of your BOM used for manufacturing a product. When it's of secondary, it's an alternate version of BOM for same product used when there is a different method or material used to manufacture it. Then you have your UAM, that's unit of measurements, and so the status. So still the document is on process, it's of draft. When it's been forwarded, status will be changed to entry completed, and when been approved by the approver, it will be transformed to active status. And then here comes our routing. So it's a sequence of operations or steps required to manufacture a product. When it's of material, it refers to any item used as stocked, purchased, manufactured, sold, or consumed during your business operations, which can be raw material, semi-finished good items, and FG products, a packaging material or service item, depending on your business operations. Then you have your BOR, that's your bill of resources. It is similar to BOM, but instead of listing materials, it focuses on listing the resources like labor, machines, tools required to manufacture or process a product. And have a scrap and byproduct. It refers a waste generated during your manufacturing process. Is an additional unintended but usable product that's generated alongside the main product during a production. It has value and is often stored, reused, or sold. Then you have a multi-resource. It allows you to allocate more than one type of resource like multiple workers, machines, or tools to an operation or work center, enabling a parallel processing. Then you have output. It's a result or outcome of a process. At other details, it consists of your BOM tree of process wise. Then have correction, have revision, and workflow history, inactive, and copy of BOM. So those fields will get enabled after the status have become active. Now let's move on to our routing. Now click on this add icon. Enter your process sequence number, which of 1, and the operation number I'm giving as 01. Process is a specific set of operations or steps required to manufacture a product or component. It defines how the raw materials or components are transformed into a finished part. Then you have a type which are of both outside and inside. So when it's of inside, it's done in your factory or workshop. When it's of your outside, it's outsourced to a vendor, that's of subcontractor. When you place it on both, item passes through both internal and external stages. It can be changed off. So now you're keeping it at both. Then comes your work center. So work center is a physical or logical production unit or mission group of machines or labor station where a specific process or operation has been performed. So work center, I've given it as fixing. So in short, process describe what needs to be done, which means of operation. When it's of your work center, it specifies where and how it will be done, that's of resource or machine. Then comes your cycle time. So cycle time in BOM, it's a total time required to complete one production cycle of the finished item, considering the operations, tools, and machine settings specified in the BOM of routing. So here it can be displayed of your hours, minutes, seconds, and units per hour. Then we have our inspection request, that's of IR. Then TSA required. So TSA is a time study analysis, provides accurate values for each operation. Those can be enabled when required. Then we have details. So details holds of consumption warehouse, receipt warehouse, lag, standard, hours, minutes, and so on. So when you click on this save option, remaining icons will get enabled off. And so when you click on this material icon, a box appears where you are going to enter our material. In order to add up, click on this add icon. So the first item, I'm giving it here as rim, which is of 1. Then we have a conversion factor. So conversion factor, it helps the system automatically translate your quantities between different units. For example, from pieces to boxes, kilograms to grams, or meters to centimeters, and ensuring a consistency in your inventory, purchasing, and production. then have a source warehouse, then it's of your child BOM. So it is a sub-level BOM that's been linked to complete one production cycle of the finished item considering the operations, tools and machines settings specified in the BOM or routing. Then it holds up your BOM revision and so your child source of lot. Then it holds up detail. When you click on the save, the remaining icon will get enabled off. So where it holds a substitute. So a substitute item in BOM is an alternate item that's been defined for a component in BOM to handle it. And then it consists of an action. So this is of bin icon. So when you do not want this line, you can delete it by simply clicking on this bin icon so that it may not proceed further. So now let's add up the remaining items. So after giving all such details, click on save so that it will be getting saved up. Then we have a sublocation icon. Then comes your BOR, that's bill of resources. Then we have our scrap icon which holds or where to be entered any scrap item quantity or weightage like that. And so here we have an instruction icon. It shows a place to enter if we want to insist them with by messages. So here it can be entered off. Then we have a bin icon over here which is for deleting the line which may not proceed further. If you want to add up any folder, you can just click on this attachment icon so that you can add up here. So after giving all such details, click on this save option so that it will be getting saved up. Click on the save option so that it will be getting saved up. After giving save, remaining items will be getting displayed up like this. So now let's click it on post. And so here the document will get forwarded for review to Raj, who's our supervisor. In order to forward, click on this OK. And so the document has been forwarded now. Let's log. So let's search it by our BOM number. After entering a BOM number, click on search. Now the status has become active. So when you click on this BOM number, the document will be getting viewed up. so which holds your workflow history, BOM with process, BOM multi-process, and so the document has been viewed up, and so here the status have been changed from draft to active. And here we have our workflow history. When you click on this workflow history, it provides a complete audit trail showing who did what, when, and what decision was taken at each step of your workflow process. It actually refers to a record or log of all actions, approvals, rejections, and the status changes that occur during the life cycle of a workflow transaction in our ERP system. And so this is how you will be creating a BOM. And so the corresponding assemblies will also be created like this. And at next stage, I will show you how you are going to link all assemblies into one on formation of your bicycle. In this stage, I will show you how to link all the assemblies together for the formation of bicycle as whole. So now click on this add icon, give your unit, and the BOM name I am giving it as FG bicycle. And so effective from date in the corresponding item to be linked off. Then give your the stick icon, that's of creation. Click on this add icon, here sequence number, give your operation number, enter the process, that's of final assembly, and so give the work center. After giving process and work center, give save, and so click on this material in order to link up all the BOM. Click on this add icon. Now let's add up rest of the BOMs. My second one has been frame. My third BOM is of fork. So after giving each BOM, click on save. And so here I have given up all the assemblies which have been created, so which will get displayed at your child BOM names. And so after giving all the assemblies, that's of linking up all the assembly together, click on save. அப்படி எடுக்கலாமா இல்ல okay சும்மாவே போட்டுக்கலாம். After giving all assemblies, click on save. And so now when you view this material, it will be getting viewed up here like this, like your front wheel assembly, frame, fork, rear wheel assembly, handlebar, drivetrain, brake assembly, seat assemblies in order to form a bicycle. So now after giving all such details, click on save. Now let's post the document, and so the corresponding document will be getting forwarded to the supervisor, that's of Raj. Now click on OK for the document to get proceeded further. Now here let's log in as our supervisor. Now click on login, and so this is a login page of a supervisor. Click on this bell icon, go to your approval, and so document has been folded up here. In order to take action, click on this detail icon. After having a review of the BOM, you will be clicking on this approve, and so this document will be getting forwarded to our manager. So that click on OK. Document has been forwarded from our supervisor to manager. Now let's log in as our manager. Click on login. So there is a login page of our manager. Move on to your bell icon. Click on approvals. Click on this detail icon in order to view this document. And so this is the document which has been forwarded by our supervisor to our manager. So the manager will be approving the document after the review. So now click on approve. So the action here to be taken off is of approving the document. Click on OK. So the document has been approved, which means BOM will become active. So now let's go and check up the status. And let's search this by giving a BOM number, which is of 15. Let's click on search. When you click on this BOM number, document will get viewed up. And so now the status has become draft entry completed to active. And if you want to change it off from secondary to primary, you can click on this. From primary will get enabled once the status has become active, so that you can change it off from here. So when you click on this BOM tree, that's bill of material tree, it consists of bicycle, and so the assemblies on which you have linked up with our materials. So there is the assembly, and so the materials which you have created on BOM. So when you click on this add icon, it will get viewed up. So this is a BOM tree, and so you can view it up here like this. So when it's of your BOM tree of process wise, it's of process. When you click on this add icon, it will be getting displayed off in order manner. And so this is how you can view it up. So then comes your correction, where you can make some corrections either by removing or some adding up. Then you have a revision, and have a workflow history. Then you have a workflow history. Then there is a field of inactive. Then comes your copy of your BOM. So this is how you will be creating a BOM, and you will be linking up all such assemblies in order to make a bicycle as whole. Thank you for watching.